Hello, this is Diane Biddle, Professor Diane Biddle. In this video, I want to describe how to access my CIS134 Intermediate Excel spreadsheet course. So you're currently looking at my instructor view of Brightspace D2L, which lists my courses, and you will see your courses that you're enrolled in here for the fall semester. Go ahead and click on CIS135 to open it up. I have set this course up with a very simple navigational bar that only has a few buttons at the top. These are the only things that you will need to use in this course. The home page, which is the course homepage that we're looking at now, contains the Start Here area, which is where you will begin by watching this introduction video. In the Welcome to CIS link, read the syllabus, look at the summary of due dates, and complete your introduction discussion by the due date in order to confirm that you are in attendance. After that, you're going to click the content link and begin the chapter assignments. After the first week of class, I move the Start feature down and bring up the news bulletin. Look on your course homepage at least several times a week, because I try to keep you informed using this news bulletin, and this will be updated sometimes daily, but definitely weekly. On the right-hand side of the course homepage, you can see my picture, my name, my contact information, and other help information that you may need. If you need help with SimNet, Brightspace D2L, just computer or IT, if you need the Learning Commons, if you're working with the virtual desktop, here's where you reach for help. Or if you're just an overall, you can always ask the librarian. They're a wonderful resource and can guide you into the right direction. Below that is the calendar with due dates, which lists each item that is due. Now, the bulk of your work is you're going to come into the course and click on your content link. And this again is set up so that you have modules on the left-hand side. And once you click the modules, it will appear on the right-hand side. So we start out with a student evaluation of the course, which is currently hidden from you. That will appear later in the semester when I ask you to evaluate the course and submit a screenshot that shows that you completed that. But let's go ahead and click the Start Here button. And in your Start Here welcome button, we have some beginning instructions. So you'll read the instructions. You'll read the syllabus. I just did a quick summary of activities with due dates. You need to complete the welcome discussion by the listed due date. If you need the Office suite, here's the instructions on how to download that free. And here's the video that is describing this overall overview of CIS 135. In addition, you're going to want to click this System Requirement Browser setting to make sure your computer is set up for SimNet. It will check all your features and tell you if you need to change anything. I have a handout or several handouts here that talk about SimNet and overview. And I have my own video here that describes how you download and upload your project files to SimNet. This is where you're going to take files in SimNet, download them to your computer, work on them in your Excel. So you're actually working in the Excel software, not in a simulation. Complete the work, upload it, and it will be automatically graded. So take a look at that video. I have some additional assistance for Mac and Chromebook users. The Mac and Chromebook are not the same as a PC, so I have a few changes there, and look for that. In addition, if you want your Mac or Chromebook to act like a PC, you could always use our virtual desktop. Here's an instructions on how to access them. And then here's my video on how you use the virtual desktop. So if you don't want to use your Mac, if you don't want to use your Chromebook, or it's not working properly, use our virtual desktop And here's the instructions, and here's the video. Again, I list a summary of help, and here's just a little checklist for things you should read and go through in this welcome module. Once you finish the welcome module, you'll come down to the left-hand side, and you can see I have each chapter listed, chapters 1 through 4 and when they're due. And then we have a midterm project and a discussion. Then we go to chapters 5, 6, 7, and 9. We have a project on student loans and another discussion post. Then we finish chapters 8, 10, 11, and then you'll have your final comprehensive project. If you click on one of the chapters, they are all set up the same way. We have an overview. Read the overview. It talks about the learning outcomes that you're gained from doing this chapter and module and the assessments that need to be completed. There is a PowerPoint presentation that you can read and review. There are videos to watch. These are some key topics in this project that you need to, that are helpful. And then here are the activities listed for you to complete to earn points towards your grade. You're going to you do the sim book, do the sim path, complete 2 projects, independent and advanced, and then the chapter exam. Those are where completing those will earn points towards your grade. And then there's a checklist to make sure you followed everything to make sure you didn't miss anything. Each chapter is set up that way with the overview, PowerPoint, watch videos, activities, and a checklist. The projects themselves, if they go to the midterm project, you can see that we have just one midterm project. If you click that link, it's going to give you a set of instructions in a file, a PDF file to show you what it should look like at the end, and then a midterm discussion. Now, after you do content, let me go back to the navigational button. You can use your email to email me or email one of your students, okay, or colleagues, excuse me. You can post to the discussion board. Here you have your welcome discussion, ask any miscellaneous questions, any questions related to the different chapters, any questions related to the midterm student loan projects, and then here's your graded midterm discussion and discussion on student loans. Here's the class list, which lists your all your classmates within your course. Use your grades and look at them repeatedly. Come often to look at them. This is going to look different than for an instructor view. But you're going to see, here's my welcome introduction. I earned 10 out of 10 points. That indicates to you that you completed it. Here's the first chapter sim book. If you only see 8 out of 10, that means you did not complete all the assignments within that sim book. Go back, take a look, and see which ones you did not complete. So constantly look at your grades to make sure that your work is being documented properly and your grades are being recorded. If anything, you have an error, please reach out to me right away. I'll check and make sure everything is working. The Dropbox here is where you're going to be submitting your Chapter 11 project, your midterm project, your student loan project, and your screenshot of your course evaluation. That is it in a nutshell for CIS 135. Good luck this semester. Please don't hesitate to send me questions or ask any questions on the discussion board. Have a great semester, and we'll see. And as again, reach out anytime.